Welcome to the realm of astrology. This is your daily horoscope for 5th June 2021, which is a Saturday. But before we begin, I want to let you know that I do weekly video horoscopes, daily video horoscopes, monthly video horoscopes, and monthly sun rising sign video horoscopes. You can watch them all on my YouTube channel right here, or you can watch it on my website called www.realmofastrology.com. Also, please hit the subscribe button. All right, so the first thing that I want to talk about today is the Mercury retrograde square Neptune. Today, the energy is speaking out. If you've seen my yesterday's video, you know that Neptune here and Mercury here have been squaring, making a 90-degree angle, and this is going to come exact at about noon today, and then the energy will start going down. Very simply put, this can be a lot of confusion. This can be a very low, depressive sort of energy. And this can be some sort of confusion, some sort of depression, some sort of low feeling connected to things from the past. Okay? And this is the energy of Mercury square Neptune, Mercury retrograde square Neptune. However, yesterday's cards, we did a card reading yesterday, and it told us that it will not be very negative. However, if the card reading does not resonate with you and you are feeling low, you are feeling confused about things, just know that by noon today, noon Pacific time, the energy will start to decline and the confusion will begin to lift off. However, not completely, simply because Mercury is in retrograde. When Mercury is in retrograde, communication slows down, gadgets can malfunction, and we are not able to think at our best because Mercury is also our mind. And Mercury will come direct by 22nd June. So that's when things will really start to clear up. But the extreme fog, the extreme confusion, the extreme feeling of feeling low maybe will go away. Will start to decline rather afternoon. Okay, so that's the first thing I wanted to touch upon. The second thing I want to touch upon is something that we've been talking about and we've been building up to it, and it is the Pluto Mars opposition. Okay, this comes exact today. It comes exact today. I can move up the chart for you guys to see. Hang on, let me do that actually. So yeah, it comes exact at about noon again. So Pluto is here, Mars is here, they are opposing each other, and you can see on the chart both are at 26 degrees 27. And the opposition has come exact, and again, this will be a decline in energy. So that's great news because after noon today, Mercury retrograde and Neptune, the energy will start to go down, and the Mars opposition Pluto energy will start to go down as well. And what is the Mars opposition Pluto energy? This, first of all, is an extremely powerful and intense energy because Pluto is a very powerful planet and so is Mars, and both are planets that don't like to mess around, okay? And this energy could mean a number of things. Firstly, it could bring out a lot of anger, it could bring about a lot of frustration because Mars is anger, Mars is frustration, and Pluto is cathartic. It releases things. If you're holding anything inside you, it will bring it to the surface. It brings things to the surface. So that could be happening. That could be one possibility. Alternatively, Pluto is also healing. It's regeneration. It's transformation. So we may be facing some sort of healing, regeneration, transformation when it comes to our drive, when it comes to our self-discipline, when it comes to how we take action. All Mars-related things may heal, may go through a transformation or regeneration of sorts. So it really depends what it is for you. But either way, you will be feeling this energy and it will feel intense and it will feel a lot of energy. It'll feel like a lot. And yeah, it will feel like a lot. But afternoon today, as the opposition comes exact, the energy will start to go down. Whatever we had to do, whatever healing we had to do, whatever we were frustrated about, we've dealt with that. We've healed, we've transformed. Whatever it is for you. By noon today, we would have done the most work, and then it's a decline. So that's happening today as well. And Now let's talk about the moon. The moon right here, okay? It is in a square to this opposition, 90-degree angle. And this could mean that our emotions do feel very charged up, transformed, changed. So like I said, it's going to feel like a lot, not always negative, but it will be a very intense feeling. So that's happening. And then coming back to the moon, the moon will move on and square Pluto. This happens at about 3 p.m. Pacific time, 26 degree. It comes exact around then. And this is again a transformation of emotions, transformation to our inner heart and soul, a catharsis of our inner heart and soul, catharsis of our emotions, or it could be the end of certain emotions within us, because emotions don't always serve us at a particular time in life and they need to be ended. For example, if you've emotionally been feeling low, maybe that feeling of feeling low might end. That's the ending of a particular emotion. So it really depends what it is for you again. But there will be a transformation. And a square does not feel easy as it is here. We are required to take steps, we are required to take action, we are required to make adjustments to transform, to change, to heal. And moving on. Okay, moving on. Actually, let me talk about this before we move on. Neptune is here and the moon is here, okay, and Mercury is here. At some point before noon, the moon will sextile Mercury retrograde and semi-sextile Mercury. This could be a positive feeling. We could feel positive at this point, because these are all positive angles and they are connected to emotions, and it could be something connected to the past as well. So today's energy is very intense, it is very mixed as well. However, afternoon and especially after 3 p.m., it starts to really ease off. Yeah. So that's what I'm going to stick with for today. And moving on, one last thing for today. The moon's going to change signs, okay? And this happens at about 11 p.m. At about 11 p.m. Pacific time, the moon has changed signs. From Aries, it has entered the sign of Taurus. For the past 2.5 days, we were really focused on getting things done, taking action. It was a very fiery energy. Aries is also a very reactive energy, it reacts to things. So that's the mode we've been in. And now the moon loves Taurus. Okay, it's exalted in Taurus. It does not really like to be in Aries, because Aries is a masculine sign and the moon is a feminine energy. Anyway, the moon likes to be in Taurus. So for the next 2.5 days, we will be focused on self-worth, value, skills, finances, yes, but it'll be a slow approach. We'll be more stable, we'll be calmer, we'll be more grounded. We'll enjoy nature, we'll enjoy good food. So it's a very soothing sort of energy when the moon is in Taurus. However, that being said, the moon in Taurus will meet up Uranus, okay? Now, Uranus is anything but stable and steady. It is the most electrifying, shocking energy. So we will go through a sudden change of sorts to our emotions, but there is still time for that, and we will talk about that when it happens. So that's all for today. The peak of today is the Neptune square Mercury retrograde, the Mars Pluto square. Both will come exact by noon and then the energy will start to ease off. So be mindful of that. And 3 p.m., the moon will square Pluto exact, so that may feel intense as well. But after that, there's nothing that will make you feel stressed or anything like that. After 3 p.m., it really starts to go down in terms of stressful, intense energy. And now I will give you a brief background on what's been happening in the astrology, and then I will pick a card for today. And if you've seen this background, just skip ahead to the card. You don't need to watch it again. So the first thing that I like to talk about is the Saturn-Pluto conjunction. Saturn is here, Pluto is here. They met up at 22 degrees of Capricorn in Jan of 2020, and they met up after 38 years. So it's a big deal. And when they meet up in Capricorn, they transform our material reality in a major way. And that's what they did. They transformed our material reality. And it really depends where the conjunction happened in your chart. And wherever it happened, which house, that's the area that transformed for you completely. Okay, now if you want to know that, you can watch my monthly sun rising sign horoscope. But that's what happened. And the second thing I want to talk about is the Saturn Jupiter conjunction. This is called the Great Conjunction, okay? And astrologers typically use this to define an era. What's it going to be like? An era of 20 years, because these two planets meet up once in 20 years. And they met up in December of 2020 and started a new 20-year cycle. And wherever this is in your chart, that's where you'll have a new beginning, a powerful new beginning, and you will also have some sort of blessing. So look at 0 degrees Aquarius in your chart, and wherever it happened, that's the area of your life that will be most impacted by this. And the third thing I want to mention is the Saturn Uranus square. Saturn is here, Uranus is here, and they are squaring. And this is also a rare event. Last time they squared was 21 years ago. And now they're squaring again. And what does this square mean? It means getting rid of old things, old structures, old thought patterns, and embracing the new. It means changing to embrace the new. And it also means being who you truly are, your authentic self. Because Uranus wants you to be you. That's what Uranus wants. So this is the energy. We'll feel this energy all year. We'll even feel this energy next year. And now we are really at the peak point of this energy, because these two planets are going to come exact on June 14th, which is what? 9 days from now. So we'll be feeling that intense build-up of Saturn square Uranus that's going to peak out on June 14th. And let me also mention that we are still in between eclipses. There was an eclipse on May 26th, and there will be an eclipse on June 10th. This period between eclipses is karmic, it's destined. Events happen out of nowhere, things happen out of nowhere, all that are destined. You can receive information. Eclipses speed up events, eclipses change things. So right now we are in that energy. So that's all I'll leave you with. Oh, one more thing. The North Node is in Gemini, and the South Node is in Sagittarius. They were in the same placement between 2001 and 2003. So whatever themes, events, situations that you may have encountered back then, you may be dealing with something similar. Or you may be, resolving some themes connected to 2001, 2003, or you may be closing those themes out completely, because the nodes are karmic, and every time they're in the same spot, events, themes come back into our lives for resolution or closing out. And now I will pick a card. Okay. These cards are really too big for my hands, so I have trouble shuffling them. So now I'm going to go with the top card, because I did shuffle them, as you saw. Mending. Now, we had a card, I think it was regeneration in yesterday's video. This card came up 3-4 days ago as well, mending. And we are definitely healing, because the Pluto opposition Mars in some ways is about healing. It is. Because Pluto is healing as well. It's healing too. So that's all I'm going to say. I mean, this card says it all, that we are healing, we are mending something. Whether it's our drive, whether it's how we take action, whether it's our willpower, something in us is mending. And I do want to tell you that it may not feel very easy, because these planets are opposing each other. And sometimes to truly heal, we need to go through something difficult and challenging, or we need to experience some sort of intensity to say, I'm done with that. I've healed myself, or I've healed. Sometimes healing can happen like that. So this is probably the energy of the Mars-Pluto opposition, and this has been the theme of the week. 3 times I've got this card. Mending, regeneration, and now this. So yeah, that's all I leave you with. Do hit the subscribe button, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.